Hey everybody, welcome to Ron's Computer Videos. I got a couple of follow-up sort of requests about my SD or SCSI to SD video that I posted the other day, where people said, yeah, 6100 is alright, but what about 040 machines, 68040 Quadra level machines? And I thought, well, that's probably a reasonable thing to ask about. So I decided to do a little bit of benchmarking. So I went ahead and I pulled out the old trusty Quadra 610. This is the 68040, 25 megahertz is the FPU model. I don't know that that necessarily means anything, along the lines of all this SCSI disk testing. But one thing it does require is a difference in the test between some software that I used on the 6100 versus what will actually run on this machine. And the 6100 will run Macbench 5.0, and the 040 machines require Macbench 4.0. So how do we make sure that we're comparing like apples to apples here? I thought the simplest thing to do would be to just go ahead and do another battery of tests, and then go ahead and test the Quadra 610 with Macbench 4.0, and go ahead and test the SCSI to SD 5.1 and the SCSI to SD 6. Or version 6, and just to see what the raw performance difference was between those two platforms on this 040 machine. But then I thought it would be also maybe fun to see what the benchmarking looked like to run Macbench 4.0 on the Quadra 6100 and test those same drives. So that way that you could really see kind of across those platforms what the performance was like. So since we're just going to go ahead and focus on the Quadra 610 right now, I'm just going to show you the best results for the devices. And it really came down to the SCSI to SD 6.0. That one, the 2020 revision, latest one that you can get online. This is the performance test. This is the whatever you want to call it. What the heck is this called? The performance rating, the PR rating. Running the disk test 3 times, you end up with 2.748. That's the best score that it'll kind of produce under those results. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up Macbench, and then I'm going to go open up the results, kind of get them organized, so that way that you can see just kind of what it looks like. And guys, I apologize for the resolution. My for whatever reason, my Quadra 610, I've got like a million of these VGA converters and stuff, but it just really seems to be stuck in this like high resolution. I don't know what I would have done with this back in the day if I could have ran at this kind of resolution on a big display. But anyway, just for the sake of seeing what what I've got going here, I went ahead and I tested the like a stock Quadra 610, like the 250 gig drive that I think would have shipped like at the very, very end of the production run on these. And then I also tested the 500 gig drive that is from my PowerMac 6100 in this Quadra 610. Then I went ahead and tested the version 5.1 of the SCSI to SD. I tested the 6.0 version. And then I did a second test just to make sure that those results were kind of even, and they are. So I'm not going to open both files, but anyway. So here's our Macbench. I'm going to go ahead and open up these results so you can take a look-see. Alright, so here's our base, and the Bench 4.0, I don't think it allows you to actually sort these. I don't think you can actually drag anything around. You can sure act like you're going to, but nothing happens. So, alright. So we'll go back to the top so you can see. There's that 250 gig at 64. Here's the 250 gig. The 500 megabyte at 68. And then the 5.1 kind of clocks in just a little bit slower than what it interprets a base 6160 storage to be, which I don't know what they're smoking, because if that 500 gig drive is what came in a 6100, I mean, maybe it's just the difference in the SCSI controller. So anyway, the version 6 though, just completely smokes like the base machine and all of the mechanical drives for sure, and also smokes that 5.1. It says 159%, and it feels it. It feels very, very fast. And again, those are like the top end settings for that device. So the actual SCSI2SD is configured exactly the same as it was the 6100. It may not be the most stable sort of setup. Additional testing would really have to be done to know for sure. And then in the publishing tasks, you can see that 250 gig kind of gives, it says, about 100% of the experience. And those are like real world tasks as far as these artificial benchmarks can be. To try to stress the disk to see, exactly like what type of raw performance you can look at with like day-to-day publishing tasks. Like if you were running PageMaker or something like that way back in the day. So anyway, it's that 250 meg drive, probably right on par. It thinks it's slightly faster. The 5.1, not doing so hot. It's even on the very best settings, it's not very fast compared to a mechanical drive or to what down here, the version 6. Which is almost 50% faster than the base benchmark for a 6100, and that's on this machine. So pretty decent performance, I would say. So I don't think that you would be wasting any money if you were to purchase a version 6 for your 040. You may encounter some performance problems when you start getting down to like 030 machines and stuff, but I'll leave that testing for somebody else, unless I can ever get my SE30 up and running. Let's go ahead and let's import those last two benchmarks, which was the version 6, but running on the version 6 and the 5.1, running on a 6100 with Macbench 4.0. And there you have it. A 5.1 on the 6100 running Macbench 4.0 is almost as fast. So you can see right here that there's some manner of controller difference that's making up that speed difference there, or SCSI Disk Manager or something that just those newer machines are just going to run these a lot faster. And then there's the 6160, or I'm sorry, the version 6 on the 6100 with Macbench 4.0. It's 2 times as fast, a little over 2 times as fast as, or twice as fast. Sorry, twice as fast as the base machine. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. So I would say that you're probably not wasting any money to buy the version 6.0 for your 040 base machines, and that's definitely kind of what I would maybe recommend. So anyway, we're past the 10-minute mark for this to just supposed to be like a quickie video that I was doing as a follow-up. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate your encouragement as I have kind of worked on videos for the channel. And so anyway, I want everybody to have a wonderful night, and Apple II forever.